Hello, everybody. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Show, and welcome along to the Championship review for game week 42. We are getting so close now. 4 games to go until everything is all done. Well, except the playoffs, of course, but another big load of results in from this past game week. Sorry, this is not a live video today. Just struggling to keep up, frankly. We did the Leeds Stoke game and live streamed after that. That was a great time, and it just wasn't going to happen after that with all the preparation that goes into this. So today on this video, I would love your comments after the fact. Normally we would do it live, but hey, bit of variety on the channel. So your comments on each game, we'll go through every game. We'll look at those different parts of the table. There is an automatic race. There is a playoff race. There is the fabled beach with teams that don't seem to have a lot to play for already. And there is the relegation race. And all of them are providing lots of entertainment. Just before we go any further on that ticker, it says support the channel via the super chat feature. So I'll premiere this so you can go in the live chat afterwards. Also by subscribing on Patreon, that's to support financially. However, it is absolutely free to hit the thumbs up button and write a comment, which does help. It puts us up the YouTube rankings and algorithms. Right. If we are all ready, then we will commence. We're going to go through all 12 of the games. We're going to have a look at the league table as well. Let's just quickly bang through these results. This is how the game week played out. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Forest 0, Fulham 1, Reading 0, Huddersfield 0, Brentford 2, Charlton 1, Luton 1, Barnsley 1, Cardiff 2, Blackburn 3. So on Tuesday, big wins for Fulham, a comeback win for Brentford. And Cardiff slip up in that playoff race, and Blackburn pushed themselves back in. On Wednesday, Millwall 0, Borough 2, West Brom 2, Derby 1, Wigan 1, QPR 0, Birmingham 1, Swansea 3, Bristol City 2, Hull 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Preston 3. So on Wednesday, big win for Borough at the bottom. Millwall not taking advantage of their nice run in. A big win for West Brom up the top, keeping up the standards of Leeds and Brentford and going top temporarily. Wigan, well, is that the start of the greatest escape? I'm not even going to call it the great escape. Swansea, big win as well, especially given Cardiff lost. Bristol City, a win for Dean Holden, caretaker boss there. And Preston, a comeback victory to put them back into the playoff race. I should mention the Birmingham defeat there at home to Swansea was it for Pep Clotet. More of that later. And then on Thursday, that huge statement victory for Leeds, 5-0. They hammered Stoke. All the Leeds fans went from being positively nervous and ridden with anxiety to positively ecstatic. Maybe now those Stoke fans are in that same position. Let's start at the top then. So it was Leeds 5, Stoke 0. And Stoke played quite well until conceding that penalty around sort of 43, 44 minutes when the infraction actually happened. They kept Leeds out there, but you can see in the second half, absolute destruction. There is Tommy Smith taking out Helder Costa, crazy tackle. And there is Matt Klitsch stroking home the pen with his right foot into the second half. And they scored straight away in the 46th minute. Helder Costa gets popped through there, takes his time, puts it in. Liam Cooper with the third. You can see there adjusting his body. And look at the crowd he's hit that through. He's actually going to beat Butland on that near post. Don't blame Butland. It's a near perfect shot there. Strangely enough, 5-0. Butland was actually all right in this game. I know I've been critical through the season. The great Pablo Hernandez, it was a hell of a cameo by him. Coming on at half-time, Bielsa knew where the space was and he told Hernandez to go and play in it. Key pass for the first goal, assist for the second. This is in the second half. Obviously, they scored the penalty in the first half. And good players make good shapes. Look at that body shape. Perfection from Hernandez. And what a performance from Pat Bamford as well. Here is his goal for 5-0. Look at that angle. He's got no right to score from there. Hits it nice and early, nice and firm, in off the far post. And a couple of moments of real other quality from Bamford as well in the first half. Bursting through with a nice give and go to dink the keeper. God, I'm losing count of the goals now. For the Hernandez goal, a beautiful Dwight York, Andy Cole style step over. Excellent performance from Bamford to maybe silence some of the naysayers, if that's at all possible. West Brom, though, had laid the gauntlet down, hadn't they? Good performance from them the previous night. They played Derby really nicely. They gave them the ball and pressed them high up and did them. Really, here's Grady Diangana with the first goal there. He's been played in by Kamil Grzycki, and he slides it in after going round Hamer in goal. And there's Dara O'Shea, difficult one to get. You can see the ball in the net there, and O'Shea on his own in front of the near post. A nicely worked corner, meaning Leeds and West Brom both win. And they needed to win because Brentford cannot stop winning. 6th win in a row. Brentford aiming for a perfect 10 here to get promotion, but didn't have it all their own way in this one. And an interesting test for the Bees. There is Macaulay Bonne. You can see just rising inside the 6-yard box. Counter-attack goal and sit back. Brentford are going to come up against this an awful lot. They have Saeed Benrahma in their team, and you'd think Benrahma from the spot's going to be a pretty one-sided affair. He equalises there, and with 5 minutes to go, and during my live stream, there's Ethan Pinnock on, well, let's say near post, nearly middle of the goal there, powers that in. He's had a great season, Pinnock. So 1, 2, 3 victories at the top. Make that 4 victories at the top. Everybody is winning. Forest 0, Fulham 1. Good win for Fulham against a well-organised and hard-to-beat Forest side. Here is Harry Arter pinging in the only goal there from 25 yards. It would be no exaggeration to say. Big debate in the chat. Arter slips before this goal. Ben Watson kicks the ball. There is some evidence that it hits his arm. Let's say it does hit his arm. And we had this big debate that in the Premier League, that gets disallowed. And in the Championship, that doesn't. By the letter of the law, if a goal is scored, however good a goal, after a handball, whether deliberate or not deliberate, that's considered gaining a significant advantage. And the goal gets chalked off. So basically, in the Premier League, that's going to be disallowed because VAR will check and help the referee out. In the Championship, well, maybe the referee does see it and is very finicky and disallows it. I say finicky, it's the laws. The thing that gets me in this situation, if that ball is kicked against Arter's hand and he jumps up and he passes the ball, that's not handball. Yet, if he shoots the ball into the goal, it is handball. So we've got a worrying situation with the IFAB wording of the law there, where an offence is either guilty or not guilty, depending on what happens after it. We had lots of chat about that, but my position is I'm okay with the goal, but I would also have been okay if they'd have disallowed it because that is the laws. And I do agree with the Forest fans' point of view. It would have been disallowed in the Premier League. VAR would have got that one. There was a Bournemouth goal last night. Headed ball just skims a striker's hand on the way through. In it goes. Disallowed. Them's the laws. Here is your top 4 race. And the one blindingly obvious thing to say now is everybody is winning. The pace in the last 4 games has been stunning. Look at that. Leeds, 10 points in the last 4. West Brom, 9 points in the last 4. Brentford, 12 points in the last 4. And Fulham, 9 points in the last 4. Remember, top 2 form is 2 points per game. Everybody is scoring more than the 8 points across 4 games to give you 2 points per game. And the question I was asked repeatedly on my stream last night from Leeds fans, how many points do we need? Now, the mathematical answer is, to be totally sure, they need 7 because Brentford can score 87 with another 4 victories to go to the perfect 10. So 7 will put Leeds on 88. So West Brom need 8. And all of this is assuming the Bees can stay perfect. But as Bees fans, Chris always winds me up about. I'm not coming at the bees. I'm just saying it's a hard situation for Brentford. Let me give you an analogy. I'm not doubting Brentford, but if Usain Bolt, the fastest man in history at his prime, was given a 20-metre deficit to catch up with only 10 metres of the race to go, I'm not doubting Usain Bolt's ability to run fast, but what I am doubting is anyone's ability to overturn that lead. Let me know your comments. All it takes is one game week, one defeat one way, one win the other, and things get nervy, don't they? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's have a look at the playoff race. Load of goals here at Cardiff and a couple of really, really good goals. By the way, as always in here, have a little think about your performance of the game week and goal of the game week, because it may come from this game. Indeed, not to want to influence your choices here, but what a goal by Will Vaulks. He's on the left corner of the box there, and you can't quite make it out. He's going to slash volley that with the outside of his right foot to lob the goalkeeper from a really difficult angle, and that actually goes barring in as well. Unbelievable goal from Will Vaulks. Take a bow, son, in the words of Andy Gray, if we still quote him. 1-1, Danny Graham with a bit of an easier one. I promise if you run that back, he's not offside. That ball has hit the post and he's run from an onside position there, however incriminating that looks. Robert Glatzel's on good form. That's him, number 9 there, just prodding in into the empty net there to give Cardiff another lead, but they are going to surrender that lead. Dom Samuel is the player there, just centre of the box, and look, the goalkeeper's unsighted and he's just going to slip that in the corner. And what a goal this is for the winner. Adam Armstrong, that ball has come laterally across the pitch. You can't see Smithies in goal for Cardiff off his line. And Armstrong's going to hit that first time and sail that into the net from 40 yards there or so. What's your poison? Do you like the half volley lob by Vaulks or the huge, unlikely, low percentage goal there? What I will say, big result for Blackburn and a slip from Cardiff. Who is going to capitalise on that slip? Well, here are Swansea. Off they go to Birmingham and they go behind, but they're going to get the win here. Lukas Jutkovic, is there a better attacking player in the air in the Championship? I do not think so. There he is, headering in. Not an easy chance, that, because that ball's bouncing. There's no pace on it, and he neck muscles that in over the defenders on the line. I made a prediction yesterday that Rhian Brewster next season could be the new Tammy Abraham. Abraham, a cheat code in the Championship. Loan him, he will score you goals. Remember, he's owned by Liverpool, who have some very good forwards. Here he is, volleying in there for 1-1. I think there's going to be a queue of Championship clubs going to want Brewster. Remember, Abraham went to Swansea too early in the Premier League, and that didn't work. Should have done another loan. And he'd done his Bristol City loan and ended up coming back to Villa and scoring hatfuls, didn't he, helping them get promoted. Ben Cabango, when your luck's out, your luck's out. These last two goals against Birmingham are going to be deflected. That's going to hit, I think that's Harley Dean, isn't it? And deflect past Camp, who looks quite well positioned and can see it, but he ain't saving that. And Jay Fulton, that's going to take does it take a nick, or does it just loop in? A little fortuitous, let's say. And look there, Birmingham 1.75 on the XG as well. And that was it for Pep Clotet. The dead man walking gimmick didn't work. It never works. We saw Mick McCarthy do it at my team, Ipswich, and it just doesn't work. Either the players, you lose that zing in the message and the authority, or the fans go. It's obviously not the fans behind closed doors, but Birmingham losing. We'll look at the table in terms of Swansea's potential to get into the playoffs. And Birmingham, are they off the beach now and into the relegation zone? Let me know in the comments. Well, welcome win for Preston there, because they've been in horrible form, hadn't they? And Sheffield Wednesday just are not getting far enough away from that relegation zone in the event that they are found guilty, and I'm not saying they are guilty, of an FFP infraction. They need at least, they'd want a 12-point cushion, wouldn't they, given I know Wigan's an administration and Birmingham got 9 points, but there you go, 3-1 in this one. And I want to just point this out for the Murphy goal here. When you're thinking about your goal of the week, look at Ante Nuiu there, the big bustling striker. Is he Kosovan? Bosnian? I can't remember what nationality Nuiu is. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. That is a first-time back heel through ball assist by Nuiu. Go out of your way to watch that. What a pass by the big guy. And look how he sets Murphy through there for 1-0 there. That might come into your thinking for goal of the week just for the brilliant assist. 1-1 here. Scott Sinclair puts that one in. And the comeback. Jaden Stockley, look at that for a finish. Outside the box, under challenge. He's going to put that across the goalkeeper to his right, pretty much into the corner. Great goal from Stockley for 2-1. And Potts on 96, another nice finish there from Preston on the counter for 3-1. We'll look at the table in a minute. Wednesday, they're going to be looking, can they absorb a possible deduction? Preston, still going to be looking upwards into those playoff positions? Well, Millwall aren't taking advantage. We did a video here on the channel saying who's got the best running. It was Millwall. They've got to win the games, though. And Warnock, after 2 straight defeats, has 6 points from 4 games. He will do it for you, Warnock. 1.5 points per game in a relegation battle. That will see you all right. Here's Britt Assombalonga. Nice finish that, actually, because you're probably thinking he's going to put that to Bart's right down there. But Bart's going to dive to the right and he's going to mug him off, put it in the other corner. A nice breakaway goal there. Maybe some hint of a foul in the build-up. Get your views in, Millwall and Borough fans. There is Ashley Fletcher sending Bart the wrong way for 2-0. Really good win for Borough. Results went for them a little bit. Wigan starting to chase already. Good result there for Borough, not for Millwall. Bristol City 2, Hull 1. Dean Holders, you got any chance of getting that job? I thought they'd bring someone a bigger name in, but you never know. Could get them in the playoffs. Who knows? 2-1 in this one. So Hull still living on their nerves down the bottom, living on the edge, in the words of Steven Tyler and Aerosmith. There is Famara Jeju. Big chance that he's going to take that one, and he does. 1-0. What a goal this is. Think about your goal of the day. There is Jamie Patterson. He's going to spin that ball, and that's going to go right into the postage stamp and clip the bar and go in. Have that in your thoughts for your goal of the game week there. Brilliant goal by Patterson, who was on loan at Derby earlier in the season. Geordie DeVries, you can just see in the middle of that picture, he's going to glance that one into the corner. Lovely free kick delivery there. Bristol City get the win. And here is your playoff race. I've included Forest, and I have gone down as far as Bristol City because you never know. A Cardiff defeat in the next game and no one closing up, and a Bristol City win, and they're 3 points behind. I don't think you can call them on the beach yet. Forest, 1 point in the last 5, a little slip from Forest. You'd still think they were safe given the 5-point gap and 4 games to go. Cardiff, however, well, we'll look at the fixtures in the preview in the next video. But only a 1-point gap there, and their fierce Welsh rival Swansea right in behind. And look at the Swans, 7 points in 3 games. Good form there. Preston, after their horrible run, they're only 3 points off. Blackburn had that good win at Cardiff. That shows they can beat a direct rival. That'll give them all the confidence in the world. Millwall, what are you doing? You've got your nice run in, 5 points from 5. Not going to do, is it? Especially when teams like Swansea are on 7 points from 3. You can see Cardiff have just come off a run of 10 points in 4. Bristol City, I've had to include them just for the pure mathematical view that they are not out of it. We can't say for certain Bristol City are on the bench just yet. Will they get that weird sacked manager bounce thing? I wonder. Let me just do a quick plug before we do the relegation stuff. You can support the channel via Super Chat or subscribing on Patreon. That is the way to support financially. I'll leave the ability to get in the live chat after the event. You just have to click that dollar button and you can donate there, and you can subscribe on Patreon. Why? Why should you? Because I'd love to do this full time, and it's not about me making money. It's about me having the time to give the best content out there for the championship. There are some good championship YouTubers, Brummy Joe, Ben HD, particularly Stump Peg when she was doing it as well. But I like to think we're building up a great group of really knowledgeable subscribers. So it's all about the quality of the content. And it is completely free if you're not sure about doing that, just to hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment. That helps out as well. Let's get back to it, and we're looking a bit further down now. Reading 0, Huddersfield 0. I have a feeling the Cowleys said, right, this is what we're doing. I don't care what these games look like. We're going to not concede any more goals. And we'll check the form in a minute, but I think that might be 3 clean sheets in a row. It's working for them, to be fair. But Huddersfield fans tell me it's not pretty. Wigan 1, QPR 0. I'm calling it the greatest escape. They'd already got themselves out of trouble once. Silly craziness with the ownership, which we'll go into in more detail, I assume, in another video sometimes. But a 12-point deduction is very likely. But they're already off the bottom. And here is ex-Ipswich striker Kiefer Moore. That's a hell of a finish, not only because of the angle, but he absolutely slams it into the roof of the net. What a great story, Kiefer Moore there. Ipswich took him, bit of a gamble, couple of loans. He's worked his way up a little bit later than a lot of pros do. And he's definitely a championship caliber player now. And well played, Kiefer Moore there. I hope he makes a bit of money and has a great career. Well, he's up there. And Wigan get the win. The game down the bottom, the huge, big one down the bottom there. An unhelpful draw for both teams. Luton won, Barnsley won. I said before this game needs a winner for one of these two to survive, especially given Barnsley's horrendous last 3 games they've got. That is Luke Berry. You can see it's a rebound. The goalkeeper out of the goal there. He just needs to hit the target, doesn't he? And he does. 1-0. But here is Apo. Is it Alpo? Excuse me if I butchered his name there. Jaume. You can see he's just in the fluorescent yellow boots there, following in. Sluga's got no chance of saving that from that point-blank range. What I will say is between that goal on 84 and the end of the game, Harry Cornick is clean through, and he's a good player as well. I saw him go clean through in a game, Luton versus Bristol City, and he took that one beautifully. But he didn't take this high pressure chance. Nathan Jones apparently went crazy after the game. I don't know whether he'll be in any trouble for that. Let's have a look at the beach and the relegation zone. Let me just for you quickly remove my Benjamin Bloom football show artwork. That will take me just a second. So do have a good analyse of that table while I'm faffing about. Indeed, there you go. It has gone. Right, the beach, definitely Reading and QPR, both on 53. No interest in the playoffs. And remember, we're looking at the Barnsley total for relegation. 11 above relegation with 4 to go. They're not going down, are they? Wigan, a different matter. We'll have a look at the appeal, but still, look at Wigan's form. That's 4 wins in 5. It's outstanding. Can they have a springboard and go again? If we take the 12 points off, Wigan are on 41 with a superior goal difference. They're already off the bottom with that first victory there. Sheffield Wednesday are not on the beach because of FFP. They could be found not guilty and everything's fine. So your beach at the moment is only Reading and QPR, but Sheffield Wednesday and Bristol City could join, I think, fairly soon. Birmingham are now looking over their shoulders. Look at that. No wins in 5, 3 straight defeats, no manager. Also, no bench, basically, because they've gotten rid of all the out-of-contract guys and just left youngsters on there. Borough, well done, Warnock. That will do. People were asking questions after the 2 straight defeats, but, well, I'll revise this opinion on the Cowleys because they are playing for draws at the moment. Warnock, I said this about the Cowleys, but Warnock will get you wins. He'll gamble, he'll let players dribble and shoot long range, and go for victories with 10 minutes to go in games. He says, say what you like about my football, but you'll get shots, you'll get goals, you'll get dribbles, and you'll get wins and defeats. And look, proof's in the pudding there. 6 points in 4. Borough, 5 points above the dreaded drop zone with 4 to go. Well done, Warnock. It just needed those 2 victories, didn't it? Huddersfield, that's decent form and clean sheets in those games as well. They are also 5 points above. Charlton, sticky. 2 wins when they got back, 1 point in the last 3, slipping. And Stoke, every time we think they're getting out of it, they don't quite. 4-point gap for them. Hull, 3 points gap for them, but 2 straight defeats. Remember, as I always say, with a relegation chase, there is no relegation chase if the bottom 3 do not win. That requires Luton, Wigan, who will be 23rd effectively, and Barnsley to win some games. None have done it for the last 2. But excuse me, sorry, I'm wrong about that because I'm talking Wigan. Luton and Barnsley haven't done it for the last 2. Remember, Barnsley's last 3 are horribly, toe-curlingly hard games to win. So that is the state of play. Shall we have a little think about our performance of the game week and our goal of the game week? Indeed, I will give you mine, but pop yours in the comments on delay. I will read them, I promise. So first of all, in terms of performance of the week, well, a decent one for Fulham, a good comeback from Brentford. I would have Blackburn a bit higher than both of those 2, given the expectations. A good one from West Brom, an important one for Wigan. So I'm with Blackburn and Wigan at the moment, maybe Borough as well. But look down the bottom there, Leeds 5, Stoke 0. For me, it's probably, well, let's give you a little short list. Blackburn, Borough, Wigan, or Leeds for me, given the emphatic nature of the Leeds victory. What about our goal of the game week? I really like a few of them. I love the Will Vaulks lob. I love the Adam Armstrong lob from way, way back. I love the Hernandez goal for Leeds with the Bamford step over. Beautiful, technically wonderful. So was Vaulks' goal though. What about the Patterson free kick as well? Brilliant one right into that top corner. And for some sheer forceful finishing, Kiefer Moore as well. Let me know your thoughts on the goal of the game week as well. I'm just going to scroll my way down. There's something like 50 pictures in here. So keep watching. We'll just have a little look at the Golden Boot, because guess who's back? Back again. Mitro's back. Tell a friend. His suspension will be done. And it's tonight, isn't it? Cardiff, Fulham, 23 goals there. Watkins, 23 as well. Graben, 19. Grant, 18. That's impressive for Huddersfield. Bowen, he's gone to West Ham. Wells, 16. Pat Bamford now getting up there. What is he? 10, 9, 8, 7th. And Buemo, Ben Rama has got 4 in his last 2. And Armstrong, 14. Remember that from a wide position as well, although I suppose we could say that of Buemo, Ben Rama, and Bowen as well. So let me know how you think the top scorer race is going to go. Right. Tune in later for the Game Week 43 preview. I am trying my absolute utmost to keep up with this. My apologies, this wasn't a live video. Just with everything going on yesterday, it was not going to happen. I was out working all morning as well, so no chance to get the prep done. So this has been a pre-record. I guess the plan is at some point to do the preview. I'm afraid it might be during who are Huddersfield playing? I can't even think who Huddersfield have got tonight. They play first, don't they? So it may be during that game tonight, but I will let everybody know on social media. Huddersfield Luton at 6. Maybe we should do it before that one. Look, I'm guessing it's going to be around the 5 o'clock mark, but I will publicise that. In the meantime, thank you so much for your support. The stream yesterday was a hoot. Everybody knows when we're live and I get a super chat and a donation, I'll sip from a glass of wine. We got so many, it got a little bit messy. Thank you, everybody, for your amazing support. Again, you can do that via super chat or subscribing on Patreon. Financially, that really helps me out. I'd love to go full time and make this part of, or the dream is all of my living. So thank you for that. But it is absolutely free, if you're still here, to hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment. I always say in the comments, debate, agree, disagree. Again, I will reiterate, though, this corner of football YouTube does seem to be nicely balanced. and isn't the normal screaming and shouting you get in other ones. So let's just try and keep it civil whilst we are debating. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That was your Game Week 42 match review. Game Week review, excuse me. Be back later because Game Week 43 starts no sooner are we finished. Things are going to be happening. We're going to have some relegations, promotions and playoffs confirmed very, very soon. It's over and out from me, and I guess I'll see you at 5 p.m. for the Game Week 43 preview, and then we might even do some coverage of Fulham v Cardiff tonight. Thank you for watching. Please support by the means said on the ticker, and I'll see you very soon. Over and out.